Yo, you know what time it is. It is Kicking It with Kula.
Yeah.
All things hip-hop. It's not just music, people. It's a culture. And the culture has a hip-hop artist spotlight today. I'm super excited. I know we had an artist spotlight before in September.
Right.
But today is our first hip-hop artist spotlight. So you making history on Kicking It with Kula.
Okay.
All things hip-hop.
That's what it is.
Okay, introduce yourself, sir, please.
Yeah, I go by Ndefru, the player Day, the most debonair, everything player.
Ndefru, the player.
Yeah.
How you get Ndefru, though, the player? What's the player part?
So, me and my homie, Major, we had a group called The Player Way.
Uh-huh.
We started this group probably like in 2007, 2008. And he was the player Ray, I was the player Day.
Okay.
And, he was, at the time, he was going by Ray Majors. But he just dropped Ray, now he go by Major.
Okay. Shout out to Major.
Yeah, shout out to Major. He directed the Hots video, too.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I like that video. I like that video.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to break it down to you how we do things on Kicking It with Kula, all things hip-hop.
Right.
We talk about hip-hop. We talk about when we fell in love with hip-hop.
Right.
We talk about our top 5 in hip-hop. We talk about the current things that you're doing in hip-hop.
Okay.
And we also talk about what you got coming up in the future with hip-hop.
Right.
The
past, present, and future.
Past, present, and future, because it's all important.
Right.
It's all important. So, let's talk past first.
Okay.
Tell me when you fell in love with hip-hop.
All right, so my cousin, Bull, rest in peace, was basically from Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
And I had an older cousin named Don who basically was under his tutelage. He would come back from New York to North Carolina, where my family is from. And, of course, he would have the tapes, the magazines. He had the whole lifestyle, the way he dressed, you know what I mean?
It's funny you say that. The first episode was about the 5 elements, right?
Right.
Of hip-hop. So I touched base on the fact that my friends had cousins from up top.
Right.
That for the summer would come down to Virginia or to the South.
Uh-huh.
And then that's how the South got acclimated to hip-hop because of that. Is that
or
true for you?
Or you will have guys who had tape stores, and they'll bring the tapes from up north.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's pretty much how I got into it. My cousin Don, he used to go by Smarty Fresh. When I was 6 years old, I had a little nickname, Pooski Love.
Pooski Love, okay.
And I used to dance. I was a dancer, that's...
The element,
the 80s, that's everybody.
B-boying, B-girling. I had a mean pop lock. I couldn't get on the cardboard, but my pop lock was crazy.
Yeah. 50th birthday party had the cardboard. But, so just it's a natural thing when I was always into literary arts in school.
Okay.
So by like 8th grade, I was rapping.
Nice. What were you rapping about? What was the what was on the playlist back then?
Oh, the first beat I rapped to was what's this? I Got Your Back. What is that? Is that Jizza?
What I'm playing right now?
Nah, not this, but the record.
Okay, the record is your time. Okay.
By Jizza. I can't. Maybe that wasn't the name of the record, but that was in '92. So. I mean, we was rapping about, it was me and my dude, Tony D, and we was rapping about just being ill, having each other's back, you know what I'm saying?
Because we ain't know nothing about life yet.
not for real, but I had a tag at the time, I was going by A Mello, so but I was listening to at that time I was listening to Leaders of the New School. You know what I'm saying? But I had an R&B phase too, so I was called the MC.
Same timeline, simultaneous. 90s was the best decade for everything.
Yeah.
R&B, hip-hop, rock, 90s. Country. The 90s was everything for everybody.
I get my whole imprint from, my whole style for real. And then the mid-90s, of course. 96 being probably my favorite year. You know what I mean?
That was a good year for hip-hop, 96. Yeah. I want to say 94 to 98. I want to say, I think, are the best
Well, I mean,
the hip hop.
it was you came out what 91?
I graduated in 91.
So you've seen the early. I mean, I really liked hip hop in '89 for real. You know what I'm saying? With MC Lyte, with Public Enemy. You know what I'm saying? With Ice Cube, with that era, that time too. Of course, then you had all of the New York artists.
Yeah, all of them.
You know what I mean? But
all of them.
So that's the type of vibes that I be feeling. But I still like all of the new stuff. Like I'm not a I mean I like the new stuff that got substance.
If it has substance, I rock with it.
Right.
I can't rock with all of it. My daughter's 16, my son is 13, and I try. I really try. And I'm like, all right, she'll play it while she's in the kitchen cooking or cleaning or whatever. And some of it, I'm like, okay, that's not bad.
Right. No, because I mean,
some of it was like, oh my God, no.
The artists that learn and are willing to learn, you could tell.
Right, and I tell them you still have to go back to the beginning. You still have to go back to the elements to be a great hip hop artist. You can't not just understand the 5 elements and think you're going to make it as a hip hop artist. Yeah. It just doesn't make it. Yeah. So the new age that are paying homage to the elements,
right?
You can hear it in the music.
Yeah, right.
You can understand it better. It's lyrical. The production's better.
Right.
Even the promotion and marketing is better
because they studied.
Right. Because they studied.
So they seen certain things that other artists aren't exposed to. They're more articulate in explaining what their direction and their inspiration. So it's still people to find. The thing about music now is that people doing it everywhere.
It's saturated.
So you don't gotta pay attention. It'll find you.
Yeah. You attract what you attract, right?
Right.
It's good that I get on my high horse again to talk about the scarcity of hip hop back then compared to how it's just 24 hours all day, every day in your face.
I'm telling you. But scarcity means quality. So these folks that have to compete and drop 3 records a year, unless you Alchemist or somebody, I don't think people want to hear that much from.
Especially if you're not saying anything. I know, even Cole is going to take a break, you know what I'm saying, and experience life a little bit before he get back into the pen and the booth and write. But
there's so much life to experience.
Yeah. And so much especially if you have a clever way of articulating life.
Yeah.
And then you go a couple years, you experience things, and you come back with the pen, and then you articulate it in such a fun, clever, educational kind of way. And then your production's crazy. Man, that's a perfect recipe for a dope album.
Not everybody.
But every year you got an album? Come on, stop it. What are you talking about?
I mean, for real, I could drop an album every year. I mean, I create that much music. But when you independent, you have to... It's a lot of work.
It is.
To go into putting the album out,
Because you're every facet. You're everything.
And I'm not just doing rap music. If I was just doing rap, it would, you might see me on the rap commercials. I don't even do, I don't even doing the rap commercial. But I fuck with, excuse me.
It's okay, we got it.
But I appreciate everyone who does those type of things because that shows that it means something to them.
It does. And I appreciate it because it means something to them. They are going to take more time and be more genuine with the art.
Right.
And like you say, what you're meant to find will find you.
Yeah.
So I do love the fact that it's so much diversity in hip-hop now. But on top of the diversity, it is quite saturated. Because technology lets you just think you're a rapper just because you...
I think everyone who... at a certain point have gone, because we're in the 3rd generation of the internet now, right? So at this point, people know that you just can't turn on the TV and expect to get what you want. you know, you got to kind of put in some effort.
A little search engine.
And then that, of course, you know, I think they presume now that they can just type what they like and just spit back what they want.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you just have to be an educated consumer. It all goes back to education.
It all goes back to education.
If you don't know, then you won't be able to make a good decision.
I feel you. So, we understand the nuances of the beginning, but when did the I want to be a hip hop artist start for you? Like putting, you know, when I say artist, we mean
actually in 1993, because I was in school and I met B-Boy Soul, and we instantly connected, and he was already producing, like making beats. We was like 13, and we started making songs. So by ninth grade, we was doing talent shows.
Okay.
And when Lonnie B DJ'd a talent show for me, I think twice in high school. The first time was at Thomas Jefferson.
Okay.
And it was me, Major, and my guy Marlo.
Marlo. Shout out to Major and Marlo.
Yeah, shout out to Lo. And so ever since then, I kind of was like, I'm as good as everybody. Why can't I do, you know what I mean? But it was like, okay, you know, you still got to go through the motions. People got to still, and a lot of my friends were telling me, yeah, you should rap. You're a good rapper already in high school. So I had a mentor in high school, and that was the track. But people still coming from a professional, upper middle class background. My mother and most of the people in my like actual corner, you know, not the fans, not the friends
of it,
but the people who was actually there to support me. They was like, you gotta go to school, like, you know, school is first. And so I went to school begrudgingly trying to rap.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
Do you think it helped?
Yeah. Yeah. I would tell everybody, go to school. Matter of fact, go to school first. Don't do it begrudgingly. You know what I mean? But you got to do what you got to do, you know what I mean, to get where you want to go. So, but school helped me tremendously. I was able to figure out who I was. I was able to meet and connect with people who I still have good, like, lifelong friendships with, who all excel in their crafts.
That's what's up.
And it's a great network. So, yeah, go to school.
Before we end this segment, we're going to listen to one of your original joints with Sam Reed.
Dope.
I like Sam. Was this something in the beginning for you as well?
This is my first time working with Sam. She is such a...
She's so dope, yeah.
Great creative, a great soul, so wholesome and spirited. And she heard the topic, and she was with it. So... And she was also down to shoot the video.
Okay. Because in the video, you're all over the city with the landmarks and stuff. I love it.
Well, we focused on Jackson Ward because Jackson Ward, if people don't know, was referred to as the Harlem of the South. And it was not just a prosperous area for black people in Richmond. It was known throughout the East Coast and throughout America, North America, as a great place for black professionals, some of the best journalists, you know, world-class institutions, architecture, of course, educational institutions like the seminary. So it was important for me to make this record. And
before we go to that, we're going to close this segment out, and we're going to talk more about your current stuff in the next segment. It's Kicking It With Kula on All Things Hip Hop. Stay tuned for this interview. Peace.
Play it.